Recently, the massive Comic-Con event included new footage, the Phase 5 slate, and confirmation of 2 new Avengers blockbusters. Alongside this, Marvel Studios has left some gaps in the pipeline, most particularly in Phase 6, which will be filled later, that may be coming soon. Feige will be back on stage at the biannual D23 conference in a panel with Lucasfilm and other Disney studios. Marvel Studios is expected to bring a lot to the table, and here are some predictions for the event, which will take place on September 10th. The debut trailer for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever was shown at the San Diego Comic-Con, and it received positive feedback. With the November release date only 2 months away, D23 should have more footage. Who knows if this means the full online release of the second trailer or just attendee-only footage, but the next public look can't be far away. Maybe fans will get a better look at Namor and his empire of Talokan. The upcoming Disney Plus Halloween special from Marvel Studios has been one of the worst-kept mysteries in the company's history. Michael Giacchino, the composer, will make his directorial debut on the untitled project starring Gael Garcia Bernal and Laura Donnelly. The Werewolf by Night special started filming in March and was completed shortly after. The composer-turned-director assured in June that news would be released very shortly, and with an October release date, it should be at D23. Although Werewolf by Night may be lurking in the shadows, Marvel Studios has already announced that the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special will be released this year. Even though the joyful occasion was oddly left off of the Phase 4 and 5 slates, it is anticipated that it will serve as the conclusion to this particular chapter of the multiverse saga. The holiday special should be highlighted at D23 since it was previously ignored at Comic-Con and has only a few months until release. The first trailer should be revealed during this, however it's unclear if it will be made available online or only to attendees. But we'll have a look anyways. We will probably hear about Deadpool 3, with Free Guy director Shawn Levy taking up the directing duties and the writers from the previous 2 films returning. Deadpool 3 is finally on the verge of becoming a reality. 4 years after Ryan Reynolds' last heroic escapade, Reynolds has started his training, and the filming of the unfit story appears to be getting ready to start. The sequel is expected to enter Phase 5 on February 16, 2024, according to the evidence. Reynolds might even make an appearance on stage at D23 to announce the announcement. Discussing next, one of the biggest Comic-Con announcements was Thunderbolts, which will conclude Phase 5 on July 26, 2024, with filming set to start early the following year. Sadly, Feige left off the roster from his previous presentation, but D23 this month should include it. According to the most recent information, Yelena Belova, The Hood, and Valentina are all sure bets for the group. Abomination, US Agent, The Punisher, and Baron Zemo are supposedly further potential antagonists. The only part of Kevin Feige's 2019 Comic-Con presentation that hasn't yet been made public is Mahershala Ali's Blade. Nevertheless, Blade will be released in November of next year, and filming will start in October, so there will probably be some news during D23 prior to shooting, such as casting announcements. And there's even prediction of Wonder Man coming to MCU. Disney Plus Wonder Man series, which Shang-Chi director Destin Daniel Cretton is creating as a Hollywood satire, seems to be progressing quickly. Ben Kingsley's Trevor Slattery is already back in the cast, but D23 ought to identify the title character and provide a release date. Recently, the first footage from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Secret Invasion, and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, was presented to attendees only during Comic-Con. As post-production on all 3 continues, it's possible that these same clips will feature repeats along with some brand new fragments. The Marvels didn't present any footage at Comic-Con despite wrapping up filming before the convention, most likely because the Ms. Marvel ending was still fresh. After some time has elapsed, spectators should get a first glance at the all-female cast, which includes Monica Rambeau, Ms. Marvel, and Captain Marvel. Marvel Studios won't get another Disney Plus series before spring's Secret Invasion, following the conclusion of She-Hulk in October. Even though video from Nick Fury's mystery thriller debuted at Comic-Con, D23 is likely to offer first looks at Echo and Loki Season 2, the former of which has already finished filming. Ironheart, Agatha Coven of Chaos, and Daredevil Born Again are among the other Phase 5 Disney Plus programs. None of them would have sufficient footage to reveal. There might, however, still be casting alerts or other news to share. Although Shang-Chi 2 has already been indicated to be in production, no formal official announcement has been made. Whether the director of the original movie will return is one aspect that could have a significant impact on where Shang-Chi 2 is positioned in the future. It's difficult to assume that Destin Daniel Cretton will have time for the sequel anytime soon given his attention is now devoted to Avengers: The Kang Dynasty and Wonder Man. Therefore, whether Cretin makes a comeback should determine if Shang-Chi 2 is revealed for Phase 6 at D23 or if it is saved for the following story. Fans of the Hulk have been waiting long for the Incredible Hulk to have a sequel, but Universal's rights have blocked that. World War Hulk now appears to be in development and may even be set up by She-Hulk attorney at law at this very moment. An announcement is entirely feasible since production is allegedly set to start soon. To avoid spoilers, the unveiling might be postponed if the plot revolves around the later She-Hulk episodes. Coming to the next, we might get to hear about Nova joining the team. All indications suggest that the long-awaited arrival of Nova, either Richard Rider or Sam Alexander, into the MCU is not too far off. Even though it's unclear whether this will be a theatrical release or a Disney Plus series, reports claim Rider will be the main character. According to the most recent information on production, a Disney Plus series that is expected to begin in 2023 should fall somewhere in Phase 6, which could cause Marvel Studios to surprise fans with a reveal at D23. Speaking of X-Men, we may have to wait longer. Since Marvel Studios acquired Fox, fans have eagerly anticipated updates on the X-Men with every Marvel Studios presentation. The chances are better than ever now that the MCU has started sowing the seeds for their entrance with Ms. Marvel, but it's still possible that the timing isn't exactly right. First off, according to rumors, the MCU may not be able to recast the X-Men until 2025 due to Fox contracts, which would put their debut in the next arc. Marvel Studios may decide to hold off on creating a brand new super-powered race until the subsequent saga because it already has a ton of fresh characters and teams to work with. Matt Shakman may have been chosen as the Fantastic Four's director, but it is still unclear which actors will portray Marvel's first family. Even though there may be huge expectations for the cast to appear on stage, it's likely that no actors have been cast because the newly discovered director should have some input in that decision. However, Marvel Studios is probably already hard at work on finding its 4 major actors as filming is scheduled to start next year. There's a possibility that they will be exposed at the event if those, or even any of them, are discovered before D23. Dr. Doom got his own place on this list as a result of rumors that he would be associated with Black Panther Wakanda Forever and even appear in it. The battle between Namor's Talokan and the African nation may be orchestrated by the ruler of Latvia, according to rumors. If these reports are true, Dr. Doom might appear in the MCU before the year is through, which suggests that an actor may have already been chosen. Although it's likely that Marvel Studios will want to keep any unexpected appearances by the Fantastic Four villain under wraps, they could choose to capitalize on them in order to promote the follow-up. Now, Phase 6 only includes 3 films. We can hope that in this event the slate for Phase 6 can be completed. Almost all proposed Phase 6 projects were assigned to the list's lower tier of likelihood. This comes down to the possibility that Kevin Feige concentrates on Phase 5 rather than the culmination of the multiverse saga. Marvel Studios may confidently postpone those announcements until the 2023 Comic-Con as the first Phase 6 entry isn't anticipated to arrive until the fall of 2024. However, despite the fact that those films won't likely begin production until the second half of 2023, Feige may choose to finish the multiverse saga's feature films sooner rather than later. It's essential to enter D23 with realistic anticipation for Marvel Studios announcements. Feige had a lot of significant revelations at Comic-Con, so it wouldn't be shocking if D23 wasn't quite as exciting. The Phase 6 slate might end up being incomplete because the studio will undoubtedly want to save some announcements for later occasions. After all, there are still 2 more Comic-Cons until the multiverse saga's concluding chapter begins. Instead of announcing a ton of new projects, D23 should serve as a platform for extending what has already been revealed. The D23 weekend will surely be thrilling for fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, though. On Saturday, September 10th, Kevin Feige of Marvel Studios will deliver his D23 presentation, and President of Lucasfilm Kathleen Kennedy will also be there. So, this was all about today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. And if you do, please don't forget to give thumbs, and subscribe this channel for more content like this. We also upload movie recaps to revisit your best films or to watch movies in short time. I hope you all doing good. Have a good day and thanks for watching.